Previously on Sailing Zatara.
Jack was captain for a day and maneuvered us from the fuel dock in Denarau back to a mooring ball in Musket Cove. Keith refabbed an exhaust fan using his MacGyver skills, and we discussed our upcoming plans to sail to New Zealand.
I tell you a story about me and you, out on the water, surrounded by the blue. They scream that only I'll be saved. They toss off the line, but I just let it float away. Yeah, I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. Float away, float away. Yeah, I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away.
I want to see what you are doing.
I'm installing the antenna for my VHF radio. So I'm going out away from the boat, testing the antenna. Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Is it clear or staticky?
Very, very clear.
Alright. Stay there, I'm gonna go a little farther out.
Alright.
Alright, how's that sound there now?
Nice and clear.
That's good. We're a little ways out here. That means I can get a hold of you. Alright, we're gonna go another mile or two and see how it looks.
Whatever you say.
I don't think that antenna is going to be really good right there, babe.
Probably not. Good for that. Look, I got some scabies or something going on. Oh, well, we can just adjust it.
There you go. A little better.
A little better. Z2, Zatara.
Hey, this is Z2. You're Zatara.
Still sounding good and clear?
Yep.
Alright. Alright, we'll let you go. We're going back to the 6-8. If we can get checked out today, we'll probably head out today.
Why?
Because of the weather window.
Jeez, that's pretty, last minute.
We're going to get some fuel and staples in Denarau and get checked out and probably head to New Zealand today or in the morning. So here we go. The windlass is taking a dump. So we got to figure that out right quick. Flashlight, headlight, maybe I can far up as we can get it. Farther up, Jack. You can go as far out there as you can go.
There, try that.
There you go.
Is that far enough for you, like?
Hold on. Yeah.
Jack, I don't like coming up over that edge. Put that in. Oh.
No, hold on. Let go.
You're gonna have to take the other one through. Nah, we can do it.
So we are leaving to go to dinner out, top off fuel, check out a Fiji. It looks like this morning we got a weather window, about a 9-day weather window to get into New Zealand before another front rolls through there. So we're going to take that window. The windlass didn't work this morning, it's out. And I don't know if I'm going to break into that right now, but I only got to hook one more time, which is over here in dinner out. And then we're going to get the boat ship shape today, ready for passage making, and top off with fuel, and check the weather again, make sure this window's going to hold. And we're either going to leave today or we're going to leave tomorrow. It was a last minute call, happened in a second. We see the weather window, you know, and you know, you can't dictate those weather windows. You got to take them when they show up, and this is the best weather window we've had, so we're going to take it.
When was the last time you checked the weather?
I checked it early this morning, I checked it yesterday, I checked it last night.
But my point is,
Yeah.
if it showed up that quick, what if it closes that quick while we're on passage or something? How do you know?
Well, then you have a plan B, which is you come back up north until it passes by.
Really?
Yeah.
We'd come back here?
We'd sail back north, and then we'd wait, watch the weather, we'd just slow roll it, and then we'd turn around and go back into it again.
Why would the weather be, why couldn't we keep going? Because it's bad?
Well, yeah, it can get really bad. It can get 30, 40, 50 knots of wind right up on the nose of the boat, 4-meter waves crashing over the front. But that's what's going to come next Tuesday and Wednesday. That's what's rolling into New Zealand next Tuesday and Wednesday. So we've got to leave and get there before that hits.
But why don't you wait until that passes, until we have a wider window?
Because another one comes in 7 days behind that. They roll in every 7 to 10 days. This one looks like it's going to be a 9-day envelope.
Yeah, how long is it going to take us to get there?
Should take us 7 days to get there. Hey guys, today we're going to talk about toilets on boats. When you're buying a new boat or you're getting an old used boat, you don't think about the toilet system. All you want to think about is, does it work when you're buying it? And today I want to talk about that, because that can be a very crappy job if your toilets don't work very good or they're not great toilets. I've had 2 boats and I've had 3 different types of systems in the boats. And I can show you the systems I have on this boat, which represent 2 of those systems. And I can talk about the 3rd system, which I had on the last Zatara boat, the monohull, the Envato that we had. So first of all, we'll go right into the 3 types of toilets I have experience with. I have experience with a macerating toilet, which is what's on these boats. A manual head toilet, which is one is on this boat, and we had one on our old boat. And then vacuum heads. Out of all 3 toilets, the best so far has been the macerating toilet. To keep it simple, if you could have the perfect toilet, it would be a hole in the deck where you sat on a toilet seat and it just went straight into the ocean. That would be the best toilet of all, because there's no moving parts, there's nothing to break down, nothing to repair. So with that said, let's go into the simplest toilet first, which is the manual head, which in the Captain's Peak. It's also Zuko's toilet. He likes his privacy, he likes his own head, and he just wants some time to himself, and he doesn't like other people using his bathroom. These toilets are easy to fix. You just need to have spare parts on board, and they're relatively simple. Alright, so this is a Jabsco manual head. Very simple. It's a push plunger thing. And this is the simplest so you can get on a boat, except for having a hole in a boat. And there's different versions of, Jabsco makes one. There's old-fashioned kinds with a big handle. And all this thing does is it brings salt water in, and it pushes the waste out. And that's a very simple thing. And that's the way that works. And if anything goes wrong with it, you carry spare parts for this. Very easy to rebuild that pump and plunger and O-rings. It's just got some O-rings and stuff in it. So that's very simple. But it's not very powerful, and it doesn't always get all your stuff out. So Zuko uses it because he likes the smallness of it. So now the majority of heads on this new boat, Zatara, are macerating heads. Tecma makes them. I think they're out of Italy, and they're great heads. We had them in our RV, and they're macerating toilets, which means that what you put in here, immediately once it sucks down, if I throw some toilet paper in here, if I throw some toilet paper in there, you want stuff to get wet. You don't want it to be dry trying to suck through that macerator. So always let stuff get a little wet, because if it's dry, it could clog a macerator up. Once it's a little wet, then you just press the flush button. It's electrical, and it adds a little water. And this is a freshwater toilet. Then you'll hear the macerator come on. Now I'll go ahead and show you a Y valve and a holding tank. Alright guys, so this is the Y valve. This Y valve, we've got probably 5 of them on this boat, and it basically decides where your sewage is going to go, whether it goes into a holding tank, which this is a holding tank right here, or it goes overboard and out to the ocean. So once you have a holding tank system, then you have to have a pump on your holding tank to pump the sewage from the tank out into the ocean. That complicates the system, and that makes it more problems you're going to have down the road. Now, every boat's got them. So now we've got 2 electrical pumps. We've got the macerating pump on behind the toilet, and then we've got a plunger type pump on the holding tank, and this is the plunger pump right here. This thing right here is it's a billow pump, and it sucks all that sludge out of the toilet overboard. These have duck bills in them, which can get inverted if you don't do things right and cause all kinds of nasty problems. It's perfectly legal to dump your holding tank 3 miles offshore. Now, this is a macerator. These are some spare macerating pumps I have, and the only reason I have them is because we thought one was bad, and then we thought we ordered another one that was bad, and it wasn't that at all. So I got 2 spare macerator pumps that are perfectly good, and they're very simple. This is a 24-volt system. Sewage goes into here, it macerates it up. There's some knives inside here, and it blows it out into the ocean or into a holding tank. And that's all there is to a macerating system. Very simple, easy to use, easy to work on. Now the old boat that I had, the old Benetot, had a vacuum head on it, a vacuum flush head. So what that meant was, right there there was a tank, a 14 gallon tank inside the hull, and it had a little pump on it, a vacuum pump, and it created a vacuum inside that tank. So the minute you pressed the flush button, like on these toilets, these macerating heads, it opened a valve, and all that suction in the tank that had been built up sucked the sewage into the tank. Then from the tank, it would go through, it had a billow pump, just exactly like this one, that would pump it overboard. The problem with that is it's only a 14 gallon tank, and they leak, and they always stunk, and it was something always going wrong with the vacuum. And then it would get too full, and the other reason I didn't like it, it didn't macerate anything. It just sucked the whole, so if you have a kid who's a burn victim and uses tons of toilet paper, or they have turds the size of an anaconda, and that gets stuck in that tubing or piping somewhere, those vacuum flush heads suck. Stay away from vacuum heads. They're no good. I guarantee you don't get one of those. A macerating head is the best. We've had good luck with them. I know in the beginning when we first got this boat, we were troubleshooting a part of the vacuum head, and it turned out to be a little flap on a brand new part that was just messed up. We have had 0 problems with these heads since we've owned this boat, except for right in the beginning when I was learning about them. Great heads. Tecma heads, I like them. I'm not getting paid to say anything for Tecma, but we have had no problems with them on this boat, nor did we have problems with them in our motorhome. So once again, that's Sewage Systems 101 for us and what we've learned from it. I hope that helps you guys out. If you get a boat, have a Y valve that goes directly to the ocean. Have the choice of going to a tank or going directly overboard with your fresh sewage. Hope that helps you out, guys.
So, this is it.
Got back from the grocery store. We got food. We got fruits. We got veggies. We got meat. And we got chocolate.
Yeah.
We also got bread.
Yep.
Like lots of it. Lots of bread. We got tons of chips.
Chips, fruits, veggies. I got meat in the freezer.
We got Tim Tams.
Maybe we'll catch some fish along the way.
It's gonna be great. 6, 7, 8 day passage.
Yep, hopefully
We'll be in New Zealand, and then we're gonna go home.
Yay! The kids are securing stuff, stowing it away for passage. There you go.
We're leaving tomorrow, so we're getting the last certificates and signatures that we need to import Zuko into New Zealand.
Yay!
From this lovely woman.
Super cool, Claire.
Hi, Claire.
We had a vet come out to the boat and give Zuko his internal and external parasite treatments and sign off on all the last paperwork we needed to get him into New Zealand.
Who the heck was that?
So good.
Thank you so much, Claire. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, this is our 100th episode. And we tried all kinds of things. We tried to do games, we tried to do a skit, and these people aren't very good at acting. I'm not very good at directing, so this is what you get.
This is what you get.
You get us sitting in the sunset for 30 minutes.
So,
We want to thank everybody out there who's buying a ticket to the show. What a great support that is for us and our kids, and making it possible for them to have part-time jobs and us to support our show out here, and everybody that's done that. We want to thank all you guys who support us in that area, and everybody who watches the ads. Thank you once again for all that. It does cost money out here to sell, and we don't need money for selling out here. We just want an opportunity for our kids to be able to work and make money out here and produce something and learn about business and learn about marketing and how things work, and it sure helps them out, and it helps us out to be able to pay them. And one thing you got going, we're going home, and we're going to take about 6-7 weeks off, maybe 2 months off. I know you guys are going to hate to hear that, but we are taking a couple of months off of videos. We're hauling the boat out in New Zealand. We're going to have some bottom jobs done. We're going to have some upgrades to the boat done, and we'll be filming all that, and then we'll start our next season. Hopefully we're going to New Caledonia, Vanuatu, the Solomons, Papua New Guinea, and then back to Australia for cyclone season. That's a possible route.
And guess who won't be here?
Anna will be gone, but we think she'll be back because she really doesn't know what she's in for on land. And she,
Do you see how confident they are? How supportive? They really boost
want her here.
They really boost me.
she is going to go to college, more than likely. She's going to do great. She's going to be an editor at a publishing house. If anybody out there,
No.
Yeah.
nobody
Cut the job part.
contact her.
Cut the job.
Nobody give her any foot
Nobody
in the door
talk to me!
opportunities because she doesn't like opportunity.
Anybody in Dallas Fort Worth that wants to give her a job, please call us, call her, email her.
She can do some
email us.
shoveling, some yard
We
work.
need to get her full-time employment
Why is
when
Wiz
she gets
coming
back to
over?
Dallas.
I don't know. We're going night diving. Okay, we're going to go diving.
Bye.
Adios, friends.
Adios, guys, and thanks for watching the show.
Night dives are always exhilarating. You never know what you're going to see. This was our last dive in Fiji and was especially tough because of that current. It was nearly impossible to make much ground. But we did wake up a sleeping turtle.
We're leaving Fiji.
We're out of here.
We are out of here.
Headed to New Zealand in the morning.
Last South Pacific Passage.
Last call for alcohol.
This is Anna's last passage with her family.
Baby.
Oh,
Baby.
oh.
God bless.
about when Anna leaves, Lily flies out here for like a year.
Yeah!
She puts off college a little bit, she flies out. How cool would that be?
Yeah, what about Avery?
Comment what you think down below.
Jack, what about Avery? Avery! Hey!
Yo, smash that like button.
Hey,
hit that subscribe button.
If you're vaping along with us,
If you're vaping along with us,
you're
tell us
vaping
what rig you're
What do
using.
you do?
joint. Hey guys,
Sugar
What
what?
do you do?
how about
Sugar,
Sugar,
what I say?
on the boat?
Sugar what, bro?
Bye!
Tune in next week as we set off on a 1,000-mile roller coaster ride to New Zealand.